Hello and welcome to another one of our videos where today I'm going to show two sort of interesting neck exercise videos. So these are great for anyone with forward head posture, has a lot of neck pain, maybe might experience when they do push-ups and things like that. Now I'm going to be using an instrument which is basically a blood pressure cuff to help me do the exercise and also give me feedback as to how well I'm doing it. So what you'll see here is me showing you what the blood pressure cuff looks like. And I'm going to come back to that in a second. But what you'll see is I've got the blood pressure cuff under my neck here, right? And it doesn't look like there's a lot going on because there's only a very subtle movement happening here, and it's happening right at my neck here, all right, right underneath my chin. So what I'm trying to do is firstly I've got to put the tongue on the roof of my mouth. That's the very first thing I do. Well, actually, after I've sort of put the blood pressure cuff under my neck here, inflate it to about 70. I'm going to show in a second what this looks like. Then I'll have my tongue placed on the roof of the mouth, which activates these muscles underneath my chin, which is an area where they often become very weak. When they become weak, the muscles at the back of the head will start to work really, really hard, and they'll chronically work all the time. These guys are vital in keeping your eyes horizontal when we're sitting and standing, so they're basically supporting the head at the front. Unfortunately, like most muscles, they can be prone to becoming very weak and lazy, a bit like the glutes serratus anterior of the shoulder. Those muscles that are vital for the function of everything moving. So this is just like a bicep curls for those neck muscles. So all I do is I activate that by putting the tongue on the roof of my mouth, and you'll see when I'll relax my chin, and you'll see go up, so I'm relaxing, and then I'm showing you now the blood pressure cuff. When I'm relaxed, it'll be sitting right there on the red line. My job is to try and push it, put enough pressure on it up to get it from 70 to 80, and hold that for say 5 or 10 seconds. All right, so we'll see if I can do it. Well, there you go. And then I'm just really activating my neck muscles here and holding it for that period of time. So that's the first one. The second one is a bit more of an integrated one, so I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so now we move from the floor to standing, and what I'm going to use this time, instead of a blood pressure cuff, I've got a Swiss ball. And the Swiss ball is handy because it's very soft and it's round, and I can apply pressure to it, and it'll basically give me a vibrational type of resistance, I suppose you could say, because remember, these muscles aren't very strong. So all I do here is I place the ball on my forehead, I walk sort of under the ball slightly and just hold it with my hands until it's in position, right? And then I just tuck my chin in with the tongue on the roof of my mouth and hold that for again 5 or 10 seconds, and then I'll just release it and bring my chin up to just have a rest, maybe hold the ball so it doesn't fall. And then I'll do it again. You'll see when I'll tuck my chin in, and you'll notice that my head will come back into a nice posture there, where the ear will line up with the shoulder there. So, and at the back of the neck, you'll feel a nice deep stretch, and you should feel, if you're doing it right, activation under the chin, just like with the blood pressure cuff. This is a better version of that last exercise in that it's standing up. It has a different. It's a little bit harder to make sure that the rest of your body doesn't try and cheat around it. So by pushing your hips forward, keeping that rib cage still, your abdominals engaged so you don't sort of buckle at the lumbar spine. Although those things become involved now, we're on the floor, they're not. All right, so the two of them work well together. You can, a bit like bicep curls was the last one for the arm, and then this one would be like the equivalent of chin-ups. So, you know what I mean? So it's basically going from an isolated to an integrated approach, and between the two of them you can really make some big headways in improving forward head posture, reducing neck pain and chronic tight muscles at the back of the neck, because the weaker ones will be now doing their job. You'll find if you're someone who gets neck pain in push-ups, you'll find that this doesn't happen anymore, and just from better stability of the head. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed that video of some interesting exercises and it helps your training, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.